The Anomaly of Depleted Stockpiles, Confusing Niche Inventory with Total Capacity. Originally published on X, July 26, 2026. In modern defense reporting, few sensational headlines travel faster than the claim that a superpower is, quote-unquote, running out of ammunition. When commentators on social media feeds declare that military stockpiles are completely drained, they are relying on a fundamental misunderstanding of military logistics. They treat a vast, multi-layered industrial arsenal as if it were a single uniform pantry that has been emptied. To understand why the depleted ammo narrative is analytically false, one must separate the mechanics of specialized inventory management from total operational strike capacity. 1. The niche versus the mass. Category confusion. The primary flaw in the panic narrative is category conflation. Defense analysts and media pundits frequently take real, specific constraints in one narrow category of weaponry and project them onto the entire armed forces. The niche category: high-end interceptors and standoff cruise missiles. Systems like Tomahawk cruise missiles, Patriot PAC-3s, THAAD anti-ballistic interceptors, and SM-3, SM-6 naval missiles are complex, microchip-heavy machines. They are designed for long-range precision strikes or high-altitude missile defense. Because they cost millions per unit and rely on intricate supply chains, pre-war production schedules were optimized for steady, small annual runs rather than sustained wartime burn rates. Heavy usage over a concentrated period drains these specific long lead inventories. The mass category: air-dropped precision ordnance and tactical munitions. Once an adversary's integrated air defenses and long-range ballistic platforms are suppressed, air power transitions away from expensive long-range standoff cruise missiles. The military relies heavily on standard gravity bombs fitted with joint direct attack munition guidance kits, small diameter bombs, and conventional tactical ordnance. These are held in vast, deep stockpiles and produced on far higher volume assembly lines. Claiming the nation is out of ammo because it is preserving its long-range interceptors is like claiming a hunter is completely unarmed because he is low on custom $10 sniper rounds, while ignoring the racks of loaded shotguns and standard rifles sitting in his cabinet. 2. Strategic conservation versus operational exhaustion. When command structures adjust weapon usage, headline writers immediately label it exhaustion. In reality, it represents standard military inventory discipline. Surface media narrative: logistical and operational reality. Stockpiles drained, clickbait panic, versus strategic preserves, maintaining reserves for secondary global theaters, e.g. the Pacific. Running out of missiles, total weakness, versus tactical shift, transitioning from $2 million cruise missiles to $25,000 GPS-guided bombs. Production bottlenecks, systemic collapse, versus industrial ramp-up, defense contractors expanding lines and shifting to multi-shift output. Military planners actively manage burn rates. Capable commanders do not wait until an inventory reads 0 to alter their target packages. They ration high-end standoff weapons to preserve global readiness while utilizing high-volume air-to-ground munitions to sustain pressure on the ground. The industrial retooling phase. The depletion narrative also overlooks how the defense industrial base reacts to sustained conflict. During peacetime, defense contractors manufacture complex munitions under low-rate initial production. When active conflict accelerates consumption, capital flows into expanding manufacturing plants, securing raw material supply chains, and resequencing deliveries. The temporary lag between wartime consumption and industrial ramp-up is a standard lag in manufacturing physics, not a structural defeat. Phase 1. High standoff usage. Drains initial high-end cruise missile inventory. Phase 2, operational shift. Transition to high-value bombs. Phase 3, industrial surge. Factory expansion restores long lead inventory. Conclusion. The depleted ammunition discourse is a classic product of the modern feed, taking a complex logistics report regarding long lead interceptor replacement timelines and flattening it into a dramatic headline. An army is not disarmed simply because it chooses to conserve its most expensive long-range options. Evaluating total capacity requires looking at the full spectrum of fire support, and behind the headlines, the fundamentals of air dominance and heavy ordnance reserves remains uncompromised. The Mercer Ledger is an independent, listener-supported platform. You can back our work at ko-fi.com/wemercer, that's ko-fi.com/WEMERCER. And thanks for listening.